Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today I'm really excited to talk about this. All right, so the Return to Moria game has released a new trailer, and it is now being told that they've been saying it for a while, it's going to come out in fall. So at the time of this, it's making this video, it's June 8th, 2023. So it's supposed to come out this fall, so we got just a little bit of time left to wait. I'm really excited. The gameplay, we're going to talk about this trailer, we're going to break it down. I hope you're as excited as me. As someone who, this type of gameplay is a game that I actually play, that I really like, this kind of gameplay. I'm really, really excited to see this, all right? To see this, it looks pretty cool. Again, I like the art style of the game. I saw this trailer came out today. Our friend of the channel, Council of the Ring, me and him are gonna try to maybe we'll play a little together, maybe get a couple of the other, that we can get together and have a fun time and play this game. It could be up to 8 players. It's also a single player. I'm really stoked. We're gonna watch the trailer and then I want to break it down. It's only a minute long, but also I went to post on the community tab about this new trailer after Council of the Rings told me that it came out today, and I was laughing because I was like, man, the voice actor, he sounds a lot like the Gimli, right? Like Davis, right? John, so, who does Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movies. And that made me really excited. I was like, oh, it sounds a lot like him, the voice actor. Well, their Twitter post, Council of the Rings, told me it actually is him doing the voiceover. So they actually got John, I always met his middle name, Davis, right? John Rhys Davies, right? I can't ever say the middle name correctly, but anyway, he's one of my favorite actors of all times, and I still have trouble saying his name. Oh, yeah, me and names. Anyway, I'm really, really stoked about this game, you guys, personally, and I hope you are too. Again, I want to go through this and talk about this game right now, but again, also to my subscribers and stuff and Patrons, maybe we could play together too in the future as well. But it'd also be fun to have a couple of the Tolkien YouTubers here. We could also play together, those who want to. Again, it's my type of gameplay, and it's about dwarves. So for me, as a gamer for a long time, and now doing this Lord of the Rings channel, I'm really, really excited. So let's go ahead and turn that music off, and let's watch the video, shall we? Here we go.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe, we mine and scout. Across Middle-earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach, Moria.
Cool fighting action there.
Come, my fellow dwarves. Rally together. It's time we took back our home.
Gosh, just having the Gimli actor John do the voice is just awesome. So I want to talk about a few things here. All right, so first things first, the first shot we get right off the bat, right, is this awesome shot of, again, I love how the game looks, but that is obviously the doors of Durin. It's very reminiscent to the exact art style, obviously, of what Tolkien drew and they used in the Lord of the Rings movies, right? But then we go a little farther in, all right? We go a little farther.
What hobbits and
again, the lighting looks fantastic. And that's a big part of this game that the producers were saying, is that the lighting is very, very important to them. And that the whole point of dwarves is they're bringing light to dark places in the world, right? Which is kind of cool. They're there fighting the evils of the deep, basically.
elves know. It is
Look at that. That looks awesome.
time we told it ourselves.
That also looks awesome. Now, here's the thing that I'm excited about most,
With hammer and
gameplay-wise.
axe,
So the building already looks, I like the building style. That reminds me of a lot of these creation games. Like, I play a lot of Ark Survival, Valheim, so many other games that are like this, even like that more Minecraft or, you know, Fortnite. I never played Fortnite, but it has that look where they're building things. But just the fact that they're able to create things like that, and then even more so with the gameplay.
we mine and scout.
This
Across
part.
Middle-earth.
where he's just digging straight through the ground. Now, I'm hoping we'll have the freedom to dig anywhere, right? There's not like designated areas like you can dig here. Like, I'm hoping that you could just dig through any wall, dig down, dig up, that kind of thing. If it's just sideways, that's fine to an extent. But if you've played Deep Rock Galactic, which I've played here on the channel, the digging is very reminiscent of the look for this game from that game, okay? That game's about dwarves in space fighting aliens. Very different, but the fact that they have that here, big thumbs up for me. Very exciting.
Delving for riches.
And like finding special spots like this, very cool. Now, those statues are awesome. Something that I will point out real quick, and I'm not terribly against either way, is that I noticed the female dwarven statues do not have beards. I'll let that slide. I find that why they're doing that lately, I'm not sure. I'm not going to go into that. But honestly, like, it is kind of nice to be able to see the difference between the girl dwarves and the guy dwarves. And I think it's more of a creative thing for your character. I'm sure there's customization. I'm sure if someone wants to play a girl dwarf or a girl wants to play, maybe she doesn't want to have a beard, maybe there'll be the option to have a beard or not have a beard. That would be good in the options, okay? So then that's more of the creativity of the player, where it comes down to. I'm almost like in the same boat of like the guys that they have a version where the dwarves, you can have no beard. I'm like, I don't know about that. But it's still, if it's from a creative perspective for your character, okay. But they better have lots of versions of beards for my character. That's all I'm going to say on that. But let's keep going. But again, that looks fantastic. I already love the visuals. I think the fact that the graphics don't look like insanely amazing, I'm hoping the game will be highly optimized really, really well. Where we know that the Gollum game was a little of a disappointment. It's an understatement maybe for most people, but it's so unoptimized that things were really laggy. But if the graphics look like this in this game, I'm hoping that they will be optimized really well, where you can run it no problem, really high graphics, because honestly, that looks really fantastic. And this is gameplay. This isn't just made up trailers. This looks actually like gameplay with, panning with the camera.
Yet the greatest.
And like looking at this makes me very excited. They're digging all over. They're building ladders. They're building all of this. It looks very much like they can just create and manipulate everything. Like even the rock they're cutting into looks similar to the rocks everywhere else. So I assume that means you can cut into any part of the rock. That's what I'm hoping for. That more Minecraft experience where you can just dig, right? If you've all played Minecraft, that's what makes a lot of people enjoy Minecraft mining and digging. You could just dig any direction. You'll find caves. You'll find lava things. And it's like, oh, how cool, right? So that's what I'm hoping for, personally. It looks like it from this trailer, which makes me really excited.
Treasure remains out of our reach.
That looks really cool. Again, this looks like a female dwarf to me, the way the hair is right there. Actually looks pretty cool. So, that's cool. So we'll see. This is kind of cool. There's going to be some mysteries in the game to do. And again, one big thing about this game that's really important that I want people to know about is that it's going to be one player, but you'll be able to bring some of your one player stuff over into multiplayer up to 8 people, which for me is super exciting for doing anything with my friends or with my other friends that are YouTubers or with you guys, my subscribers, if we play together. There's so many options there to have 8 people. And of course you could have people come in and out if we have more than 8, but that's the kind of cool thing too. It seems like you can like invite people. You can just have like 8 at once, but we'll know for sure once the game is out. So let's keep going.
Moria.
There's crafting. I mean, look at that, how you can build. That's really cool. That's cool right there. Let's just see that. So this reminds me a lot of any crafting game, or like, for example, if I don't know if I showed you guys my Ark game, but like I built a castle in that game and I had all these things like this, right? Beds, chests, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of hoping there's a really deep crafting system. From this look of right here makes me hope that this is the case. Let's just do a quick look around this room, okay? Let's see. We have it looks like some kind of maybe like a beer maker, possibly. That's a forge. That's a cooker, obviously, like a grill. That's for that looks like where you put in something to get it hot for forging with an anvil. This looks like just a fireplace. That looks like some really cool a cutter, possibly for wood, or maybe a sewing thing. I'm not sure. It looks like a cutter, like you'd put wood through. To me, this looks like some kind of like I don't know what that is. Is it something you pump for air? I'm not sure. Those are obviously chests where you keep your stuff, your loot. That's what I'm assuming. Got some cool wall decorations, got some armor things, which I'm assuming you could probably craft your own armor and then put armor on those stands. Sleeping spots. I don't know if sleeping will be a part of the game where you can skip things. I know in Ark Survival, the dinosaur game that I played a lot of, you could sleep for a while, and there's a bunch of games like that. Again, Valheim's too and stuff. There's a weapon rack, which I'm sure you could probably use these weapons. That almost looks like a big flask for water. I mean, a big thing for water back there, or, you know, beer. Doing dwarves. There's also a crafting table over there, maybe a jeweling crafting table here. Let me just go away for a second. There's an anvil in the corner. Like, there's some fire torches on the table. That seems like it would start a fire, but I'm not sure what's going on there. It really cool. Really, 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 really cool. Very stoked. It looks awesome. And then he hits, and then we get some, look at the lighting. It's so cool. Look at that, guys. That is fantastic. That is so cool. And then, of course, we have... Now, I'm really hoping there's going to be the Nameless, like their version of the Nameless that we have to deal with. Orcs, goblins, maybe a big threat of the Balrog of Morgoth. We'll see, right? That kind of thing. Now that I think about it, Return to Moria depends on where they place it in time, because technically Gandalf slayed the Balrog. So... if it's supposed to be set in the time of after the Return of the King in the Fourth Age, then the Balrog technically isn't alive, guys, unfortunately. But there's a lot of other creatures. If you play Lord of the Rings online, like some of my friends do, and other people that I know, the Nameless things, orcs, goblins, these are all still issues. There's other demonish creatures that Lord of the Rings Online goes into. There's all sorts of cool things that they can add. And I'm really... I'd be excited to see their creativity of how they make the Nameless look and stuff, if they do have them. We'll see. And then that is obviously some kind of troll. Interesting way they did his face. I'm not entirely sure I necessarily like it. The background's amazing, though. But his face... Now, I will say this troll is better, in my opinion, than the Frost troll we see in the Rings of Power series. So it's better in that way. But it's got almost ears like a goblin or something, which is kind of weird. So, but I mean, it's their artistic rendition of it. It's pretty cool still. I like its big nose. Its weird little teeth coming out on the bottom is kind of weird to me, the bendy ones, but it looks pretty cool. It just looks like a giant goblin to me almost, with massive muscles though. But still cool. Still cool. Again, it's their artistic rendition of it, and I think it's cool. And then we see some combat. This guy's all set up with gear. He does a roll dodge. So hopefully there's actually really good combat. Hopefully it's not too repetitive combat. Hopefully it's actually like pretty fun. I mean, it looks cool. Obviously, the Watcher was never killed, from what we know in the lore. Now, in the Lord of the Rings Online, we defeat the Watcher, right, with a group of people. But this game obviously is going to follow the same made-up, you know, addition lores that the Lotro does. So this is cool that we might get to fight the Watcher. Maybe it's a raid. I don't know how that works. Be cool. There's different kind of raid spiders. Obviously, here's like some kind of orc urukai.
Come, my fellow dwarves.
Again, having John Davies do the voice is just, oh my gosh, it's so good. Again, I think I'm messing up his middle name. So, but
rally together.
He's awesome. That made me really excited to see that.
We took back our...
That's cool, though. And now the whole goal is to be taking back Moria, which is cool, which they go through in Lotro, too, really well. But it'll be cool to play in a different game, a different story, different, you know, rendition of the game. The music, background music's already really cool, too, mind you. I really like the background music just in this trailer. That's my quick review of it. So what do you guys think? I'm really, really excited, personally. The gameplay is something I would like compared to, again, I nailed it with the Golem game. I knew exactly what the gameplay was going to be like after I saw it. I think I know what the gameplay is going to be like in this game. I'm just hoping that it is very vast in creativity and freedom. I'm hoping it's not too narrowed down to being like, you can dig in this area, right? You can only craft this small things and that's about it. And then you do the story. Again, I love it if there's a good story, but I'm hoping the focus is more on the gameplay itself of being able to be replayed, and you do more and more and more, and you could play 200 hours in the same campaign with your friends, and you could still dig more, you could still build bigger things, you could still maybe have more on the tech tree, that kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping for. But again, a good storyline would be really cool, and maybe rewards depending on things you do. I'm stoked. I'm really excited. You can tell. Again, I've talked to a couple of my other Lord of the Rings YouTuber friends out there. Maybe we get a group of people together, you know, council of, you know. I was thinking, I already shout out to our YouTube group. So any of the Tolkien YouTubers want to join me and plan a time to play, we can. Again, I know we might not be able to do it on release day, but it'd be really fun to have like Matt from Nerd of the Rings, or Yoyston wants to come play, or Council of the Rings, or, you know, I've got a couple other friends too, maybe Epic Kingdoms want to play, that kind of thing. So it'd be really fun to get out. And of course, I know there's a couple other people out there who already asked me too in the YouTube, so it'll be fun. And then my Patreons and my subscribers, we can work out a time to play too. Be fun. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I'm really excited personally. I think it's gonna be a really good game. This is my kind of game because it's my kind of gameplay that I've played hundreds of hours in other games of, and I love dwarves, and you all know I love dwarves. So we will cover that, and since my channel does do a lot of Tolkien video game stuff as well, I know I do some lore, but you know, that's what I focus on more, especially with voiceovers and Lord of the Rings Online. I'm really excited about this game. So if it's good and clean and optimized and no glitches, we're gonna be playing this game a lot, I think. I'm just hoping it'll be something that'll keep our attention that long too. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you to my Patreons for their support. Barukazad Kuzad I menu. Subscribe button's there if I earned it. Next episode will be up there for my reviews and stuff and thoughts. And over there is Lotro Tale, where I do voiceovers in Lord of the Rings Online. Have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. Barukazad Kuzad I menu. And again, so cool. I just love it that they got Gimli's the voice actor for Gimli from the Lord of the Rings movies. The way they got John. That's just, oh, that made the trailer so much better. It makes me really excited that he maybe did voiceovers in the game too. And I mean, he is the dwarf voice. Ah! All right, see you guys. Have a great day, Middle-earth.